Okay.
Okay, so hash include iostream. So in one dimension array, you just gonna be writing an array, so you have to know what type of array you are going to work with. So when we speak about array, you record, for example, you record things of the same data type. So when I say you record things of the same data type, if like for example you are going to be working with a score, it can be a score of maybe like you are say winning competition, you know that okay, your score is going to be a float, it's going to be in decimal. You can assign that array, so you can say float score. What is your score? If you know how many students you are going to be, or how many participants are there, let's say we have 5 participants, you can write 5 like that. If you already know their score, you can put braces, you write the score. Maybe someone got 88.5, the other one got 5.6, the other one maybe got 36.5, the other one got maybe, depending on your like the score that those people got. And then this one here, you can see when I'm supposed to put comma there, and then let's say the other one got 55.0. Even if you write 55 only, there is no problem. 1 2 3, 1 2 3, the other one got 33, the other one got 44. So these are the scores, you have recorded them. You can record it this way. And then in your array, the first element is going to be in terms of indexes, we make it equals to 0, then which means your last element is going to be 4. If like, because we are working with, there is 5 elements, the index, so it will read from 0 to 4. So if we have to output these results, you can output it using the for loop, or sometimes you can just say cout, you say score, then you brackets. If you brackets, you can start with, if you put 0 there, is going to output the first one here, which is 88.6. So if you run your program, you will see that the first thing is going to output 88.6. So sometimes if you want to output all of them, you can use a for loop, as I have shown you in the previous class. Your for loop, you can assign it as x, is up to you, or int I, you can say int x equals to, because your index started 0, it must start at 0. Your x must be less than, if you, because we know we can just say 5, and then your x plus plus, you increment it, then you can just say cout, you write the name of your array, then you put x inside. Then this statement is gonna output all those results which you have assigned there, all those scores which you have assigned there, in exactly the same way you see it. So sometimes you might want to, maybe like you know that okay, in this you have 5 students, and in your 5 students or 5 participants, you have to ask those people, maybe you don't know per individual how much they got, you have to ask them to input their results or their score. You can use the cin this method. Then when you use this cin this method, you can just say score, you put x there inside, then it's gonna keep asking them. If you say for loop again, you want to show them that you have captured maybe their results. This is a cout just to separate them. I just want to make end line there. So you can also use int, also you can say int y equals to 0. For this one, the objective is to show them that okay, all the results that they have entered, we have captured them. So we can say C out here. Your C out, your score inside there, your array, you're gonna put Y. So if we run this code, it will work accordingly. So sometimes when you are writing a code, you see it just shows us a blank screen. This is how when you understand the programming, you won't need those things whereby every time when you write a program, let's say for example here, I have to write C out to tell a user, but you can get used to this format. Enter your score. So which means if, because like it's an individual, if you are doing a program, you have to write it inside there, or you can just say C out. I'm just saying you, but it's sometimes like when you know that. Okay, my participant is not the right spelling. Participant. So this message is gonna show you once, but if you put it inside the for loop, it will show you every time when a user enter the score.
When you're speaking of arrays, you must know that arrays go together with a for loop. So when
It
you want to
depends
input
if,
data into the for loop,
yes,
into an
let's say,
array, you use a for loop.
yes, if let's say for example you have many students, let's say you are working with the results, and you want to output them, you must use for loops, because if you don't use for loop, imagine you have to output one by one for 100 students. You see, it's
Okay.
gonna be very hard, like for you to do it. I
Okay.
think you understand what I mean.
Yes, I
Yes,
do.
but if there are few students and then or a few participants or few elements in your array, you can just output them one by one, which means, but it is better you adapt the method of a for loop.
Okay.
Yes. You, oh sorry, I was just fast. Now let me just say for 33, 55, the other one 66. You see, so when I'm done entering, it's gonna ask 1 2 3 4 5. It output all those results again using the for loop. So that's how, so which means you must practice to work more on the for loop also, in terms when it comes to an array, because for loop actually you are going to be using them everywhere you will be doing. When we go to vectors, you still need for loops also. When you go, whenever you are doing your programs in classes, if you have to loop, you are gonna be using for loops. You might find that you are working more on for loops than in while loops.
Okay.
Yes, so that's why you must know these for loops. Okay, please give me just a moment, 1 moment.
Okay.
I'm not going anywhere.
Subscriber you have dialed is not available at present.